Hello, my friend. I am glad you're here again, giving yourself this space to slow down. Take a deep breath, in and out. Let your mind settle. Let your body soften. This moment is for you. Today, I want to explore a question that looks simple on the surface, but can open something deep within us. What is something you often overlook, but deep down, you know it matters? We are quick to pay attention to what is urgent, what is loud, what demands our energy. Deadlines, screens, notifications, tasks that chase us from morning to night. But the quiet, steady things, the ones that hold us up each day, they often go unseen. They are so constant that we forget to notice them. We assume they will always be there, and only when they are gone or weakened do we finally see their weight. Think for a moment about your health, your ability to walk, to breathe, to sleep, to wake up with energy. When it is working, you hardly notice it. But the moment you catch an illness or lose your strength, you remember, this was everything. Or consider the people who surround you. The family member who always calls, the friend who listens without judgment, the partner who brings you tea without asking. They are not dramatic moments. They are ordinary, so ordinary that we often treat them as background. And yet, when distance comes or life changes, we realize how much they shaped our days. It can also be the simplest routines, eating at the table together, taking the same road to work, hearing the sound of birds in the morning. These details slip past us because they repeat, because they do not shout, but they are threads in the fabric of life. Without them, the pattern feels incomplete. Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman who grew up near a forest. Every day as a child, she walked through the trees. She thought nothing of it. The forest was simply there. Years later, she moved to a city surrounded by tall buildings and noise. One evening, she realized what she missed most. It was not the food, or the friends, or even her family's house. It was the trees, the smell of pine, the crunch of leaves, the silence between branches. She had overlooked it her whole childhood, but when it was gone, she knew it mattered more than she had ever understood. This is how life works. We overlook what is steady. We notice what is urgent. But the steady things are often the foundation. So pause with me here. Look at your own life. What do you overlook? Not because it is unimportant, but because it is always there. Is it your body's strength? Is it the sound of laughter in your home? Is it the fresh air that fills your lungs each morning? What are you walking past without seeing its value? Take another slow breath with me. In and out. Feel your body relax just a little more. The question still waits for us. What is something you often overlook? But deep down, you know it matters. Sometimes what we overlook is not material. It is not a thing you can touch or see. It is time. Think of the hours that slip by while we rush from task to task. The quiet evenings that disappear into screens, the mornings we spend running instead of pausing. We overlook time until suddenly we realize it is the one thing we cannot get back. Every day is precious, even if it looks ordinary. There is also the simple gift of rest. How often do we push it aside, telling ourselves we will sleep later or relax when the work is done? We overlook the deep importance of rest until exhaustion reminds us, until our body refuses to continue. Rest may look unproductive, but in truth, it is what allows us to keep going. And what about silence? In a world of constant noise, silence can feel empty, even uncomfortable. We overlook it because it is not exciting, but silence holds space for us to hear ourselves, to notice our thoughts, to meet the truth we often avoid. When silence disappears, we realize how much we needed it. Let me tell you another story. There was once a man who worked in a busy factory. The machines roared all day, the floor shook, and his head was always full of noise. At home, he turned on the television just to fill the air. He never thought much about silence. Then, one summer evening, the power in his neighborhood went out. No machines, no television, no phones, only the sound of crickets in the dark. He sat on his porch, listening, and for the first time in years, he felt calm. Later, he said, "I never realized silence mattered. I had overlooked it my whole life. Now, I protect it whenever I can." There is also the matter of kindness. A stranger holding the door, a friend asking how you are, a child offering a smile. We often overlook these things because they are small and because they come without cost. But in moments of difficulty, we remember them with gratitude. Sometimes, a single kind word can be the brightest moment in an entire day. So I ask you now, what do you overlook? Is it time? Is it rest? Is it silence? Is it kindness? Is it the voice of someone who cares for you? Think carefully, because what you overlook may be what you miss most if it disappears. Life does not always tell us what matters. It simply keeps moving. It is our task to notice, to pay attention, to give thanks while things are still here. My friend, we have walked through this reflection together, and now it is time to return once more to the question: what is something you often overlook, but deep down you know it matters? We have spoken of health, of people, of routines, of time, rest, silence, and kindness, all of them easy to pass by, all of them easy to take for granted. And yet, these are the very things that give life its depth. They are the foundation we stand on, often without noticing. Think for a moment about your own life. When was the last time you truly noticed the ordinary things that surround you? The sound of a familiar voice, the way sunlight enters your room in the morning, the comfort of food on your table, the steady beat of your own heart. We tend to chase the extraordinary, achievements, milestones, moments that feel dramatic. But when we look back, what we remember with gratitude are often the ordinary things we once overlooked. The walk we took every day to school, the laughter at a dinner table, the safe feeling of home. When they are gone, we see their weight clearly. Let me share one last story. There was once an elderly man sitting with his grandchildren. They asked him what he missed most from his younger years. They expected a story about adventures or travels or achievements, but he smiled softly and said, "I miss the evenings when my children were small. We would sit on the couch together, reading, sometimes not even talking, just being there. At the time, I thought it was nothing special. Now, I know it was everything." This is the truth about life. What feels ordinary today may one day be the memory you treasure most. What you overlook now may become the thing you miss most deeply. So I ask you once more, before we finish, what is something you often overlook, but deep down you know it matters? Pause and think. Hold it in your heart, and when you are ready, share it with us in the comments. Your words may help someone else notice the beauty of what they still have today. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More reflections, more stories, and more deep questions are waiting. Take care, my friend. Until next time.